Most college students have unlimited resources, libraries, tutors, online courses, AI tools, the entire internet in their pocket. Yet most of them struggle to focus for even 10 minutes. Prisoners have almost nothing. No internet, no Google, no notifications, just 4 concrete walls, and maybe a single book if they're lucky. And somehow, many of them learn faster. Malcolm X entered prison barely able to write. He left as one of the most articulate voices of the 20th century. How? He hand-copied the entire dictionary, every word, every definition, every single page, because prisoners understand something most students never do. 3 things actually, the exact same principles top performers use to master certifications, learn coding faster, dominate technical interviews, and outperform everyone around them. And once you understand these principles, you'll never study the same way again. Chapter 1. The Dopamine Detox. You have the freedom to do anything, so your attention becomes scattered across everything. Your phone buzzes, you check it. A Netflix tab stays open. TikTok plays in the background. Your professor talks while you scroll mindlessly. You're technically studying, but your brain never fully locks in. Now imagine the opposite. No phone, no internet, no endless stimulation, no escape. That's prison. Author Cal Newport calls this deep work, sustained and distraction-free concentration, and modern brains are terrible at it. A study from the University of California found that after just 1 interruption, it takes around 23 minutes to fully regain focus. Now, think about this. The average professional gets interrupted every few minutes. Most students interrupt themselves every few seconds. Your brain becomes addicted to cheap dopamine, notifications, short videos, instant rewards. But prisoners don't get unlimited stimulation. And over time, their brains begin to rewire. Attention spans recover. Reading becomes easier. Dense information feels engaging again. They aren't magically smarter. Their brains simply start functioning the way they were supposed to. But focus alone isn't enough, because eventually, motivation fades. That leads to the second principle. Chapter 2. Learning like survival depends on it. You study for grades, maybe for a future job. Prisoners often study because survival depends on it. Many inmates who become highly educated aren't chasing diplomas. They're learning law to fight their own cases because nobody else will. And eventually, a terrifying realization hits them. If I don't understand this, I could spend the rest of my life in here. That changes everything. Psychologist Robert Bjork describes this as desirable difficulty. When the stakes feel real, the brain treats information as critical for survival and stores it more deeply. Malcolm X didn't copy the dictionary for extra credit. He copied it because he felt humiliated by his inability to communicate clearly. So, he rebuilt himself, 1 word at a time. And here's what most people ignore. Prisoners often have something modern students don't. Time, no commuting, no endless social obligations, no constant entertainment, just long, uninterrupted hours. What feels like a curse becomes an advantage. But even motivation and focus still aren't enough, because you can work hard and still forget everything. That's where the final principle changes the game. Chapter 3. Less information, more mastery. You have unlimited information, and because of that, you master nothing. Prisoners may only have access to a few books, so they study those books obsessively. Scarcity creates depth. When you can Google anything later, your brain stops trying to remember it now. Psychologists call this the Google effect. A 2011 study by Columbia University showed that people are less likely to remember information when they know they can easily search for it later. Your memory has been outsourced to your phone. Theirs hasn't. When prisoners have only 3 books, they read them repeatedly. They analyze every sentence, every idea, every detail. They don't skim information, they absorb it. No endless tabs, no copy-paste learning, no second brain apps. Just repetition, reflection, and deep understanding. And ironically, those limitations are exactly what make the knowledge stick. Here's the truth. You don't need prison conditions to use prison-level focus. You can recreate the same principles yourself. Remove distractions. Create real stakes. Limit your resources. Study deeply instead of endlessly consuming. Whether you're preparing for the MCAT, learning to code, building a business, or trying to master a difficult skill, these principles work. But most people won't apply them.